Hi, my name is Kari Herzog, and I'm the product architect here at FieldSync. What I'd like to go over with you in this video is one of our major modules and one of the best features in our application, which is the web dashboard. Now, as a web user, the first screen that I see when I log in using a username and password is the FieldSync dashboard. Now, what I'd like to consider this is the control panel for the entire FieldSync solution. Not only does it allow you to have instant access to important information such as logs and incomplete data, but it also allows you to navigate to other areas of the application easily and have visibility to all of those as well. So let's go ahead and just go through each of these sections of the dashboard in a little bit more detail. The first section that you'll see here is today's statistics. What this shows you is the number of logs that are created within your instance of FieldSync for today. So whether or not you have 10 employees or 100 employees, this is going to show you a count of all of the logs that are created so that you can see on a day-to-day basis how much data you're looking at. You also can see an indicator of how many new unread messages you have in your inbox. And by selecting on the number, that will take you immediately to the messages module and allow you to read your new messages. The second section is our incomplete data. This is one of the favorite features for a lot of our users because it gives a manager visibility into where there are holes in the data. So say, for example, that you own a business and each night prior to closing down the business, you have a checklist that you want your employees to go through, and that is called the closing checklist. Now, let's say today's date is the 30th, and when I log in, I can see immediately that the closing checklist for the 29th has not been completed because it's showing up on this list. Any tasks that do have data collected towards them are not displayed here, so it only shows those incomplete tasks. So I have immediate visibility into what still needs to be done from yesterday, and I can select on the date and quickly go into the data collection area, and perhaps someone left a note on my desk and they completed the checklist on paper, and I can come in here right away and enter that data simply by selecting the Add Data button. Another thing that this can help you do is if you, say for example, come in and see that all of the tasks for the 24th are still incomplete. Well, that might indicate that a mobile device got lost, or something happened with one of your employees, or maybe they're just not entering any data at all. So it really gives you visibility into those types of problems. Next, we have our logs section. Now this area shows you all of the logs that have been created within the last 7 days. Now, one of the newest features that we've just released is the ability to indicate for each of the log types when you're setting those up whether or not you want them displayed on the dashboard. So for example, maybe you don't need to see every single time someone submits a time card and you don't want to see that on your dashboard, which makes sense. You'd rather have the visibility to those incident reports or those higher priority logs. So you can go into settings for the time card log type and uncheck the display on dashboard setting, and that will make it so that you no longer see those time card logs coming through in the log section. You'll also see here that if there's follow-up needed, you have easy visibility to those logs and can quickly select on the log, go straight into the log, see what the action item is, and complete that follow-up right away. So again, you have instant visibility to important information and can read and react right away. Now over here on the right-hand side, we have our main menu. This allows you to navigate to all of the other areas within the FieldSync web application. Now keep in mind, I am logged in as a supervisor right now, so I have visibility to all of these areas and can navigate to all of these areas. Now, depending on which types of roles you have assigned to your username, you may or may not have access to all of these buttons. The buttons themselves are pretty self-explanatory. Data entry will take you to the data entry module. Customers will allow you to go to customers and manage your customers, and so on and so forth. Let's say, for example, you have patients, not customers. You can go in and change the setting so that it indicates patients instead. And then the final area on the dashboard is the staff locator. Now, The mobile application automatically captures the GPS coordinates of the device every time a user logs in, every time they synchronize, and anytime they save any sort of record within the application. So as those GPS coordinates are captured, this map will be updated to indicate the last known location of each device. So by zooming in on the map, you can see where your devices are, and by hovering over each of these pins, you can see which user it was, the date that the GPS coordinates were captured, and the time, and obviously on the map can see where they were. So this really allows you to just kind of keep a check on where your staff is and make sure that they're where they are supposed to be. And also, in the event that a device gets lost, you can check the last known location and at least have a starting point of where to go and look for it. This concludes my overview of the dashboard in the FieldSync web application. If you have any additional questions or would like a little bit more detailed information, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us. Thank you.